Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, Michael Bisping predicts UFC Saudi Arabia headliner between Israel Adesanya and Nassourdine Imavov. Moving on, UFC 314 main event between Ilia Topuria and Alexander Volkanovski possibly leaked by Rising Star. Lastly, Pereira reveals conversation with Jon Jones about making UFC superfight a reality. Michael Bisping has made his prediction for the UFC Saudi Arabia main event between Israel Adesanya and Nassourdine Imavov. Adesanya hasn't won a bout since April 2023, and he's hoping to return to the win column this Saturday. It'll be his first non-title bout since 2019. For Imavov, it's a massive opportunity to score the biggest win of his pro MMA career. Bisping has shared who he believes will walk out of the A&B arena with a win. The UFC Hall of Famer believes that Israel Adesanya will get the job done on fight night. More than likely, Israel Adesanya gets a decision. I think he uses the jab. I think he lowers his base. I think he's probably pissed off and a little bit embarrassed. Israel Adesanya, when you're the champion of the world, when you're defending the belt so many times and you literally think don't stink and you can beat everybody, you do get a little bit embarrassed. Your pride takes a hit when you lose 3 out of the last 4 and you see the middleweight division moving along without you. Over 5 rounds, I do believe Israel Adesanya wins via decision. Ilia Topuria versus Alexander Volkanovski 2 will headline UFC 314 in Miami, Bo Nickel claims. Much has been made over what's next for Ilia, the current UFC featherweight champion. Ilia has teased possibly moving up to the lightweight division, but he released a statement on social media telling fans to not believe gossip online. Volkanovski has been under the impression that he's due for a UFC featherweight title rematch. If Nickel is to be believed, then the month of April will see Topuria versus Volkanovski 2. In the latest edition of the Nickels and Dimes podcast, Bo Nickel claimed that the Ilia Topuria versus Alexander Volkanovski rematch is a done deal. They just announced Ilia and Volk April 3/14, I think. No, it's official. I know for a fact, I don't know that it was announced for a fact, but I know it's happening for a fact. I might fight on that card. That's a card I'm trying to fight on. UFC light heavyweight champion Pereira still wants to fight Jon Jones. Alex just signed a deal to return to the octagon in March. Back for the first time since a stoppage win over Khalil Rountree last fall, Pereira will meet the rising Magomed Ankalaev in the main event of UFC 313. The Russian is currently riding a 13-fight unbeaten streak, last defeating Alexander Rakic in October. Earlier today, Pereira appeared on Ariel Helwani's podcast to discuss his return. There, the Brazilian was asked about rumors that he was in discussions to move to heavyweight before signing a deal to face Ankalaev. Last month, reports alleged that Pereira was in discussions to face longtime heavyweight contender Alexander Volkov later this year. However, all of that talk was for nothing. According to Alex, he always intended to face Ankalaev, and even requested the March date for the UFC. However, that doesn't mean that Pereira isn't eyeing a future move to heavyweight. Speaking with Helwani, the light heavyweight champion again called for a fight against Jon Jones. Jon Jones himself called for the chance to face Pereira following a knockout win over Stipe Miocic in November. However, with Dana White instead hoping to book Jon Jones against Tom Aspinall later this year, the heavyweight will have to wait to face Pereira. Regardless, Pereira is dead set on making the fight happen. I'm the champ, I want to fight the champ. Let's make the fight with Jon Jones. Before Jon's last fight, we actually talked about fighting. More random talk, not too much about fighting. He's not a friend or someone I talk with on the regular, but someone I respect. I know he respects me, and there's mutual respect. I think Jon wants to fight me because of the momentum and the risk. It's a risk fighting Aspinall. There's not a lot to gain there. It's another title fight. But fighting Alex is much bigger achievement. It's a bigger fight. We saw the fight with Stipe later. It was an impressive win and impressive performance. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.